What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing another DC Comics Multiverse review on Batman 0 Year. I scored this guy at Walmart, and they had about 6 to 7 of him there. They had a couple Supermans and no reverse flashes, so I'm pretty happy I got my reverse flash when I did. Now, before we get him opened up, let's take a quick look at the packaging that he came in. So at the top it says DC Comics Multiverse Review. Has that, big nice window style packaging with the figure clearly displayed on the inside. It says Batman 0 Year with some pretty sweet artwork of Batman. That same artwork continues on the side. And it does have a quick little bio on Batman 0 Year. If you'd like to read that, please pause it now. And on the back just has all 6 figures with a big picture of the Justice Buster. Now let's get him out of his plastic prison to take a closer look. Here is Batman fresh out of the packaging, and I'm really digging this figure so far, but before we get into him, let's just take a quick look at the accessories that he came with. Batman comes with this silver painted gun, maybe? I'm not entirely sure actually what it is. Could be a grappling gun, maybe a pistol, probably not a pistol, maybe a blaster of some sort. If you do know, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm not even really sure what it is. I really like the silver paint though. There's no black wash in there at all, which I don't think it really needs it. It actually makes the figure pop because of the paint job on it. It's got some pretty cool sculpted circles in there though. I got some, grips that are sculpted in there. Not too bad. It's pretty simple, but at least it came with something. Then he also comes with a leg to the Justice Buster. And it just reminds me of, the ab and the upper chest and stuff. The paint job, you just get that kind of that dark gray color, and then you get some flat gray, and then that kind of shimmery silver paint a little bit. Then you got the top of the leg. That looks like it's the same paint, as the foot. So yeah, there's probably 2-3 colors that are going to be on this Justice Buster, but it looks like this just connects in there just like that. Let me back out my camera a little bit, get a good shot at that. That looks okay. I actually kind of want to build it now looking at that. I don't think it looks awful. It's just really hard dishing out money, for figures that you're not really a huge fan of to build a figure. I mean, for Marvel Legends, I'll always buy the whole wave. But for DC, I'm not a ginormous fan, so I'm still unsure if I'm going to build this bad boy. Now let's get into Batman. I actually really like the head sculpt a lot. It looks like it came right out of a cartoon. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really familiar with the Batman 0 Year. If somebody wants to maybe explain a little bit, of this character to me in the comments below, that would be great. You don't have to, but, I'm just not really sure of this character. But I really like the head sculpt. There is some kind of a 5 o'clock shadow paint in there. See, it's kind of darker over here than it is on the side of his face. The white paint came out very clean for the eyes. Not really a whole lot of, white bleeding in there at all. I did get a little bit of white paint one of his ears right there. That's not that big of a deal. The other figures at the store were a lot worse than this guy was, so I decided to pick him. And then he does have a little tiny bleeding of the flesh tone on his cowl, which is not a big deal. I actually really like the flesh tone. I think it suits the figure very well. And you get the Bat logo right there in the front. That's sculpted on there. That's not just painted. I really like these sculpted rubberized, I don't even know what to call them, man. Armor, maybe? Pads? I really like it a lot. It looks very cool. That also continues on the elbow. That also continues on the other arm. You get some of it going up the side. None on the back. Goes down to his boots. These combat boots are awesome, man. I'm a big fan of these. Got some cool laces. The lace hoops are painted silver. Get some of this right there. I guess you could say they're straps. I'm not really sure if those are attached to the boot or not. Like I said, I'm not really familiar with this character. The belt is okay. It's just kind of like a sloppy painted yellow. You can see how it's not really painted that great. There's some gray leaking through, actually. I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like a monster with teeth and eyes and eyebrows. I have no idea. Then I actually really do like the gloves. They came out very nice. And for the blaster, it's got a little holster right there. Just take that bad boy right out, and you can put it in his hand, but not really, because it's kind of got this weird, that fits more like a circle, and this just is kind of just a really skinny handle, so that's not really gonna work out for you at all. This is what it's gonna look like if you honestly put it in there. So yeah, pretty well, there goes that, and I can't really find it right now, but you get the gist. The gun cannot point forward, so that's a little bit of a bummer, and I do have some plastic hanging off my figure right there, which is not a big deal. Okay, there is nothing on the back just besides more pouches. They're sculpted pretty nice, and the belt can move, but I'm pretty sure it's glued on from the back. And don't quote me, but didn't Greg Capullo do a figure of this character for DC Collectibles? I want to say I saw it at a comic book shop, maybe a GameStop, but I just remember the purple gloves, and I want to say he did. I didn't really like that figure at all, but I do enjoy this one. I don't really know why. I think it's because it doesn't have the DCUC gaping crotch pits, man. What a bummer. I don't know why Mattel can't do this for every single figure that they make, because I just think this looks so much better. I really like those knee pads too, man. Those are pretty cool. Once again, it's got that nice sculpted detail as it does on the arms and the sides and stuff, and that continues right up the legs too. I gotta say, man, I really do like this figure. The cape is pretty cool. It looks like it's in two pieces. It's got that slit off the back. It's really tough plastic. You can't really make it bend the way you want to. It looks like it'll just form back to what it was, but it's just got some cool sculpted lines going down the sides. I like how it's not just a smooth area at the bottom. It's cut up like that. I think that looks very cool. Let's get into some quick articulation. So his head cannot really look up at all, and it can't really look down, but it can turn side to side. It does have a little bit of a pivot, so his arm can go up about that far, can move forward. He has a bicep swivel followed by a single jointed elbow. Then he does have wrist rotation that's also on a hinge. Way to go, Mattel, doing big things. He does have an ab crunch that can go forward about that much, and it can't really go back because of the cape, but actually, yeah, that's not that bad. And then he does have a waist swivel. His leg can kick up about that far. It can't really go back because of his cape. He does have a thigh swivel, followed by a single jointed knee. His foot can go up about that far, and it goes back about that, and there is no ankle pivot. Figure comparison time. Here is the 0-year Batman next to the Nightmare Batman, and he is definitely a lot taller than the Nightmare Batman. There's actually a pretty big size difference there, man. Even like the shoulders and stuff, and to the chin. Definitely like that figure a lot more than the Nightmare Batman, I gotta say. And here he is next to the Reverse Flash from the Flash TV show, and he just towers him. I also forgot to mention that he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. I actually got Batman to hold the gun straight. I just warped the handle a tiny bit. If you don't want to damage the gun, I suggest not doing that. But that's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.